Well, well, well. Welcome to another edition of Touring History, where we pretend to know what we're talking about by just reading stuff off the internet. I'm Lane.
Oh, and I'm Dave. Today is May 14th, and we're here with our usual blend of birthdays, history, and whatever else we found on Wikipedia last night.
That's right, folks. History. It's like gossip about dead people. But first, let's start with some birthdays, because if there's one thing people love more than history, it's celebrities they've never met.
That's right.
Let's kick things off with today's birthday celebrations with George Lucas, turning 81 today, created Star Wars and still can't explain what midi-chlorians are.
That's right.
Midi-chlorians.
These aren't the droids you're looking for, Lane.
That's
But
right.
Mark Zuckerberg is, and he turns 41 today. Happy
Oh,
birthday!
happy birthday,
And who knows what I'm
Marky.
going to do before I buy it.
And Kate Blanchett turns 56 today. I saw her in a
Oh,
movie once where she played like 12 different characters. I can barely play one character convincingly. Myself.
oh, and that other guy who pretend to be every now and then. But wait,
He's
there's
a
more.
jerk.
It's like a birthday explosion today. The odds one out turns 28 today. He's that animator on YouTube who makes stories about his life that are somehow more interesting than my actual life.
That's right. Ryland Adams is 33 today. He's a lifestyle vlogger and podcast host, which is what people call themselves when they don't want to get a real job. Like us, Dave.
ASMR darling turns 27 today. She whispers into microphones and makes millions. Did I say millions?
Million.
Meanwhile, I whisper to myself all day and people just think I'm weird.
But you sound great when you do
And
it.
I make millions.
We should do a whisper cast where all you do is whisper, Dave.
That's right, I'm making millions.
Adrian Nunez is 25 today. He's a basketball player and TikToker. You know what they say about tall people, Dave.
What?
They're
Oh,
they're tall. I didn't really have a joke there.
yeah. Hey, how you doing up there? That's what they say. Brave face underscore Nunu turns 21 today. He makes comedy and lip sync videos on TikTok. When I was 21, I was also making people laugh, but unintentionally.
Roshan Daya is 22, known for dance and comedy skits. I tried dancing once, looked like a giraffe having a seizure.
Yeah, hey up there, what are you doing? And finally, Pokemon turns 28 today. She's big in gaming and variety content. I once watched her stream for 5 minutes and still have no idea what was happening.
You know what all these influencers have in common, Dave?
I shudder to ask, Lane, what?
They all make more money than we do.
Awkward pause. Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to history before I get depressed.
Already there. Ha ha! Now that we've established that everyone is more successful than us, Lane, let's talk about some history.
Okay.
All right, I once tried to explain the concept of vaccination to my dog. He just kept licking himself and asking for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to come by. Reminds me of some people on the internet.
On this day in 1796, Edward Jenner administered the first smallpox vaccine. Oh, you were pretty on with the RFK, so here we go. Now, I
Nice.
don't know. I don't know if you know this, Dave, but before vaccines, people would try all sorts of crazy methods to avoid smallpox.
Wow. Like what, Lane?
Well, they do things like dance around in a circle 3 times and sacrifice a chicken.
Hmm.
I actually have no idea what they did.
Well, most of it didn't work. They actually practiced something called variolation, where they'd,
Nobody likes to know it all, Dave.
oh, come on, variolation. I had to look it up twice. Moving on May 14th, 1948, Israel declared independence, and the Arab-Israeli War began the next day. Talk about a short honeymoon period.
Yeah, that's like getting a new car and someone keying it in the parking lot before you even get home. Except, with actual human lives and geopolitical implications that continue to this day.
Yeah, great analogy. And so in 1973, the United States launched Skylab, its first space station.
Space stations, man. You ever think about those? It's like we built a house in space and people live there. Like, honey, I'm home. Don't open the window.
Yeah, let's ask the neighbors over for some cocktails. On May 14th, 1998, the final episode of Seinfeld aired, watched by 76 million people. A show about nothing that meant everything to so many.
I watched that finale. Talk about disappointment. It's like ordering a steak and getting served a picture of a cow. You know what I found out though? The guy who
Mm,
plays Kramer, Michael Richards,
yeah.
he's not even weird in real life. That's called acting, folks.
Yeah, he got into a bit of trouble, though. I think he's pretty
He,
weird.
he
In
had a weird
2000,
night that got him in a lot of trouble.
in 2005, the first YouTube video, Me at the Zoo, reached 1 million views. Now, that's what I call content. A guy at a zoo looking at elephants. Amazing.
You know what they say about elephants, Dave?
They're big? What?
I don't know. I was hoping you did. These jokes aren't going to
Oh, there
write
you go.
themselves, folks.
Oh, there you go again, Lane.
I'm sorry. You know what they say about that, Dave?
What?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. May 14th, 1984, the Breakfast Club began filming. It was a bunch of kids in detention that became iconic teen branding moment of a generation.
Yeah, filmed in the Chicago suburbs. I was actually up for a role in that movie.
No, really?
No, not at all. I was
Oh,
5 years old. I don't know why I said that.
oh, you had me going, just like that tall giraffe standing next to me. Also, in May 2007, Netflix officially ended DVD sales and pivoted fully to streaming. You remember DVD players, Lane?
No, yeah, I remember those.
Those weird machines that made your TV screen blue when they weren't working.
That's right. Which was most of the time. And
Ah,
speaking of things that work sometimes, let's take a break to hear from our sponsors.
okay. Well, today's show is brought to you by the Ball Mason Jar Facebook group. Huh?
Wow, that's right. Over 100,000 people who put food items in the original food time capsule. So great things emerge for consumption in the future.
Wow, Lane, I joined that group last week, and let me tell you, these people take their jarring seriously.
Oh, yeah? What'd you learn?
Well, let me tell you. Apparently, you can pickle anything. One lady pickled her neighbor's mail. Ha! Turns out that's a federal offense. But the jars look beautiful.
You ever put something in a jar and forget about it? I once found something in my fridge that I think used to be cheese. Or
Ooh.
maybe it was a science experiment. Or a small civilization.
Well, it's certainly growing back there. Join the Ball Mason Jar Facebook group today, where the motto is, if it fits, we'll ferment.
Are we getting paid for this?
Definitely not.
All right, then let's get back to history.
All right.
And we're back.
Yeah.
On May 14th, 1929, the first Academy Awards were held in Hollywood. The ceremony lasted 15 minutes,
Wow,
which was approximately the amount of time I could pay attention to the Oscars before switching to literally anything else.
15 minutes. Wow. They knew what they were doing back then. The best picture winner was Wings, a silent film about World War I pilots, and I watched it once, not a single explosion. Michael Bay would be disappointed. It was Howard Hughes who made that thing.
Wow. In 1991, Winnie Mandela was sentenced for kidnapping and assault. Talk about a complicated historical figure. It's like they say, behind every great man is a woman with her own criminal record.
Oh, dear. I don't think they said that.
Well, they should.
Well, Nancy Reagan wouldn't go for that. On May 14th, 2002, former President Jimmy Carter delivered a televised speech in Cuba, a major
Wow.
war milestone.
I want to go to Cuba. You know, I met Jimmy Carter once in a dream. He was
Uh-oh.
teaching me how to build a birdhouse. Very
Mhm.
detailed instructions. I woke up before we finished, though. So now there are birds in my neighborhood without homes because of me.
Oh, that's not a dream, it's a nightmare, Lane.
The
On May
birds.
14th, the birds. And Hitchcock was there too, I'm
That's
sure.
yes.
Hitchcock and Jimmy. On May 14th, 1955, the USSR and 7 Eastern Bloc countries signed the Warsaw Pact, forming military alliance in direct response to NATO.
Ugh. The Cold War was weird, man. The two superpowers just staring at each other like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. But with nuclear weapons.
And finally, in 2010, the Eurozone crisis peaked with the bailout of Greece. Economics is just spicy math when you think about it.
Is it though? Is it really?
No, probably not. And that's our show for today, folks.
Oh boy.
Tomorrow, where we'll have more about fermenting ball jars, and we'll pretend to know about more things and more dates.
This has been Touring History with Lane and Dave. Remember, those who don't learn from history are doomed to hear us talk about it again next week.
That's right. Ferment you later.
Oh, bye bye.